And welcome everybody to Pulp Audio, the show where middle-aged geeks get together and talk about crap they like. I'm Wesley.
I'm Bob.
I'm Sam. I watched Bodyguard.
Bodyguard?
The Bodyguard?
Yeah, no.
Not the Bodyguard.
Not the... it is on Netflix. I was advised to watch it, and I did yesterday. All of it. 6 episodes. So it's in England, and it starts out with this guy who's on a train.
Okay.
He's coming back with his kids from seeing his parents, taking them home.
Okay.
And he sees some people acting a little funky and talks to the conductor about it. And he's like, you got 2 terrorists on board, you know, they've got bombs and everything else. So they decided to take the train a different route. And he's like, you know, if they see that we're slowing down or that the trip isn't taking long enough, they'll just detonate. So he manages to find...
And the conductor just believes him, or there's
well,
a reason?
The conductor had seen some stuff as well.
Okay.
And so she's calling it in, and he's trying to communicate with her as well so she can relay the dispatch. It turns out, so he's in the police, in special forces in the police, and was in Iraq, special forces. So he is outside this one bathroom thinking that, you know, it's this guy, and this guy just kind of comes out and looks at him. Really weird. Has a backpack with him, but, like, he's not strapped up or anything else. So he finds this other person, a woman in the bathroom, and manages to talk her out of blowing everyone up, out of hitting the dead man switch, and, you know, kind of goes from there. Then he gets put in charge of security for the House Secretary for England. She's just a total bitch, but, you know, gets put in charge of her security and everything else. So it's actually a really cool show. It grips you really quick, and some of the twists and turns and spins and stuff in it are really kind of cool. So, I don't know if you're going to watch it. Would you like me to spoil it or no spoilers?
I do not see myself watch this.
Probably not.
Okay. Spoiler alert. So, well, we're actually using the death bell still.
When we remember.
So, he saves this Irani woman and then gets put in charge of the House Secretary. First thing is they are driving back from somewhere, and they're in an armored car, and it's getting peppered with bullets. Driver gets killed. He, you know, manages to get her to safety and stuff. Something else happens where he manages to save her as well, so he keeps saving this woman. Meanwhile, his kid's school gets attacked. Like, big truck bomb. Heading towards the kid's school. So they're thinking that's because of the cell that he interrupted on the train. So now they've got a leak in a mole. And they don't know if it's in the police and the security force or where it is. So he's kind of trying to figure that out. It turns out that the person that was peppering the car with bullets is one of his army buddies from Iran. So everything's on CCTV because it's England. So they're trying to...
There's at least 3 cameras pointing at every spot.
So they've got, like, forensic lip readers and stuff to try and figure out what everyone's saying. Then an aide is trying to get the attention of the House Secretary while she's on stage trying to pass a bill that everyone hates to allow them more invasion into everyone's privacy. And he sets off a bomb, and it took them a while to figure out it wasn't in the briefcase. It was actually on the stage. So then they're trying to trace through who made him go on the stage and what's kind of going on. And then meanwhile, he's sleeping with her. And, you know, as you do, save someone a couple of times, they sleep with you.
I better make a note of it.
Yeah, right? And then he runs into...
Had I known it was that easy.
Yeah. he runs into her old secretary who got fired for mishandling something. And she's like, hey, let's get drinks. So she organizes drinks. He gets set up. She's there. She looks at him, says, I'm sorry. He gets hit over the head and wakes up in a bomb vest. And so because they've now figured out that he was friends with the guy who was already taking pot shots, there's an inside job, all sorts of things. Now they're thinking he is part of the cell.
Right.
Even though he's not. So he ends up walking with a bomb on him, with a police escort, because no one's getting close to him, walking home to get the evidence, which takes him 5-6 hours to get there. The bomb guy won't defuse him. So bomb guy puts the stuff down and he tries to defuse the bomb himself. Ends up getting away and getting the evidence that he needs, to be pardoned. So it goes so high up the chain of command that all these leaders of all the different intelligence and secret groups had decided that he was going to be their fall guy. But he had too much evidence that he had got. So it's actually really intriguing, plot twisty.
Yeah,
it's only 6 episodes.
That sounds like a lot of TV for 6 episodes.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
So it was actually really good.
Yeah.
Cool.